Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, as all of you are aware, we introduce to you in these episodes emerging companies, from emerging sectors, and try to, understand their business models, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And in this process, we make it a point to talk to the promoters and the top managements of such companies so that all of us can get a better understanding of such companies. And today, friends, we've got a very interesting company which operates in the food space. The company's name is NHC Foods Limited, and we have the privilege of having the whole-time director, Mr. Apar Shah. Aparji, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with us today. I'm pretty sure that in this small interaction, we'll be able to understand your company's operations in a much better way.
Thank you, Avinash for having me and looking forward.
Yeah. So, Aparji, first question, which is very elementary and which is very basic to understand your company. If you could tell us, what is the business model of our company? What is the positioning of our company in the domestic market? And has this company been a first generation effort from the management side, or was it started, by your family and then it was taken over and managed by you as well as by your other, concerned persons? So if you could give us some idea about your business journey, how did this business into this product get started? So you can start.
Sure, Avinash I can thank you for having me, Avinash So, NHC Food Limited is going long back before 1960. It was started by my grandfather, late Shri Himatlal Shah. It started in 1960 as a small-time spice trader. He was just exporting to around, say, one countries around that time. From 1960 to 2024, right now, we've expanded our horizon to around 90 plus countries. Also, I am the third generation in this family business. I'm taking forward the legacy, and also my journey in NHC Food Limited started in 2016 to now. Like I said, the key segments that we currently cater are in exports, domestic, and consumer-oriented products. In export, like I said, we're currently catering to 90 plus countries. Our product basket includes spices, herbs, oilseeds, grains, and rice. In domestic, our product basket is the same. And consumer-oriented product, we're focusing more on spice blends, ready-to-eat seasoning, and seasoning mixes.
Fine. Basically, you mean these are the three main verticals, exports as well as the domestic market which you cater. So now within this
Correct.
product, Aparji, which is the most dominant product, where company is visible? Like, is it the spices or is it the consumable, ready to eat foods? If you could give us some idea about the product profile of the company in a very simple way.
So currently, we are a wholesale export spice company. Our visibility mainly is in the overseas market. We have an export brand called IndieBite, SARS, Eat More. Currently, these brands are in around 90 plus countries globally. Currently, a main model is into export-oriented focus. Definitely, in the future, we have plans. We have few things that lined up. We want to get into the ready-to-eat, ready-to-cook space as well. But currently, I would say as a business, our whole focus currently is on export-oriented spices like turmeric, chili, cumin, coriander, and the whole range of spices.
Oh, understood. So, Aparji, now tell me one thing, in terms of the market opportunity, you mentioned export is the main focus area for you for spices exports. Now, what is the opportunity size? If one were to look at the next 2 to 3 years, how do you see our company capitalizing on the kind of opportunity which you are visualizing? And what are the kind of strategies and what are the kind of plans you have in your bag, which you feel you can execute and obviously capitalize on this growing market?
Currently, as you know, the spice industry year on year is growing by 15 to 20% CAGR. In terms of international opportunities, I think the global scenario is that everybody is want to try Indian authentic spices. The Indian taste is in a position where the global scenario wants Indian spices, Indian foods, Indian products. And to cater to the global demand, currently we are in the process of innovating new spice blends. We are in the process of innovating new ready-to-eat mixes. And coming forward, definitely, as I said, that we want to take the Indian spices globally, other than having the global spices in India.
Okay, understood. Aparji, now tell me one thing in terms of your customer reach. You said you export to almost 90 countries. Now, when you export your products, are you directly exporting to the customers, or do you have some distributor network in these countries where the distributor takes your products and then the marketing is done from his side? So, how does it work? If you could please explain.
So our export happens in two types. We have two types of customers. Customer number one being distributors and traders. We send our goods to them to whatever country they are at, and then therefore supply the goods to small buyers or the supply chain further on. And the other kind of buyers are manufacturers. I would say companies who utilize and use a spice in their own manufacturing facility or the manufacturing processes, like sauce companies, seasoning companies, food companies that require spices in the product blend. So currently we're catering to two type of customers.
Oh, understood. So basically, the other type of customer is basically a B2B kind of customer, which basically buys from you, and the other is a trading customer, which basically then markets the product later on through his distribution network. So understood.
Correct.
Now tell me one thing, Aparji, see, basically, what is the kind of product variety in our products? Like you say, spices. There are many spices. Typically, have you focused only on the existing range of spices, or have you also made a conscious effort that some naya product we have isme introduce kare every year or every 2 years, so that it gives you a lot of innovation. The customer is also little excited to try new products. So any kind of such initiatives have been done from the company's side?
Very rightly said, Avinash. As you know, the consumer demand, the global taste and preferences is changing not year on year, month on month. And also to cater to that, we are developing many different spice blends. When I talk about spice blends, I talk about different origin spice blends from Maharashtra, from Gujarat, from Andhra Pradesh, or from every region of India. And we are in the process of always developing new seasonings as well. When I talk about seasonings, I talk about international global seasonings like Italian seasonings, Mexican seasonings, Caribbean seasonings. And these seasonings are very, very popular among the young generation, the Gen Z, the millennial generation, I say, because these seasonings are pretty much used in every types of food products. You can season it on French fries, on your sandwich, and like I said, research and development is always in under our process because the spice trend and the taste palette of customers are changing month on month. So we always try to cater that to our customers.
Oh, now understood. Aparji, now tell me one thing that in terms of the current demand potential, you rightly said that demand for Indian spices are growing rapidly. But is this business a order book driven business, or is it a rolling business? Like you got existing customers where you know that exactly this is going to be the requirement every month or every quarter. तो धंधा कैसे होता है? Is it order book driven, or is it a rolling business where you get inquiries from your customers on a regular basis? If you could please tell us how this business actually functions. Is it order book देने के बाद ही आप प्रोडक्शन शुरू करते हो, या आपके पास रेगुलरली ऑर्डर्स आते हैं, आप प्रोड्यूस करते हो एंड देन यू डिस्पैच इट टू योर कस्टमर? सो हाउ डज इट वर्क?
So currently we are getting regular orders from our customers globally. हमको now we are dealing with customers also customers who are dealing with us since last 20, 25, 30 years. We know their buying pattern, we know the size, the quantity they buy. So with those customers, we know that when and what intervals they're going to buy. So we keep that sort of supply in our warehouse or production facility ready. Whereas for new customers, of course, it's very difficult to anticipate कि कितना volume starting में वो लोग लेंगे. So for that, for new customers, we definitely cater them order big basis. Whereas existing customers, we know the entire buying pattern, so we go one step ahead and buy those raw materials so that we can cater to them in just in time supply.
Okay, understood. Okay, now, Aparji, now I wanted to understand that in our business, financials are already known to me as well as to you. I want to understand, sir, how do we add value to the customer? Like, we are a supplier of bulk spices. We are also on the consumable space. अपना ब्रांड बहुत पुराना है, आप थर्ड जनरेशन से बिलोंग करते हो. तो सर मेरे को बताइए कि हम कस्टमर्स को वैल्यू कैसे ऐड करते हैं? इज इट आवर क्वालिटी, इज इट आवर सर्विस, इज इट आवर एग्जीक्यूशन? Sir, two, three qualitative points if you could share with us and say that we do a better job in our industry as compared to the other players. Because see, every industry has got
Okay.
competitors. In our industry and in our company, what is it that we do differently so that the customer is always willing to give us repeat of business?
So number one, Avinash, is quality. When it comes to quality, there's no compromise. We supply the topmost spices and the best quality of spices. irrespective of whatever price prevailing they are, our commitment towards quality is at number one priority. Hence, we have customers. I will give you an example. So, my grandfather's customer, who we got in 1960, they are still with us. उनके third generation आगे है, मैं भी third generation
Okay.
हूँ, and we are still working with each other. So that I say quality speaks volume for us. Second, I would talk about is a lot of we do a lot of digital enhancement as well. We work on a lot of data analytics in terms of buying pattern, trend pattern. We understand the customers' habits, buying trends, and on basis of that, we also advise the customers कि कौन से intervals में price लेना चाहिए. So even customers get happy that if you pass on a good review, if you pass on a good information to them at what intervals you should buy, they get a lot of trust in me as a supplier. So also the trust factor is very important for us when I talk to my buyers. We are always transparent with them in terms of market and in terms of quality. So these are the two
Okay.
important factors that have been successful for us for 3 generations.
Okay. I think understood. Very nicely articulated. Now, let us talk about the financials. I was just looking at your FY24 financials. Very strong numbers, 2.24 crores of net profit compared to 1.76 crores. And revenue is also up to almost 209 crores, which was earlier 164 crores. Now, very simply, if you could tell us what were the key reasons for this strong growth, both in top line as well as profitability? Was it a combination of volume and value, which actually helped you generate better margins and better top line growth?
Definitely, Avinash. In terms of volume, the last year we have been very aggressive in terms of sales and marketing. We exhibited in two exhibitions in Dubai, one exhibition in Germany, and one exhibition in Morocco. These exhibitions not only strengthened our relationship with our existing customers, it increased our volume with existing customers, plus a lot of new customers got onboarded. Hence, you're seeing a growth in the top line. Whereas coming to the bottom line, last year we with god's grace we raw material purchasing happened at the right time and at the right intervals, and getting that price benefit I was able to sell my goods at a higher price interval, so that helped a lot of us to increase our bottom line as well. So coming to that, also a lot of digital transformation happened for us. In terms of digital transformation, we launched a new website. We have a lot of digital awareness through social media platforms, which also created a lot of brand awareness for us globally.
Okay. No, I think understood. Very nicely articulated again. Now, just let me ask you a simple question. If our volumes grow, significantly, does it impact our operating margins positively? Like ये धंधे में वॉल्यूम ज्यादा अगर हम बेचते हैं, तो ऑटोमेटिकली हमारे ऑपरेटिंग मार्जिन्स इंप्रूव हो सकते हैं. I mean, is it a yes or no? Just that much I want.
No, definitely. I mean, once if you're growing in terms of revenue, that impact will definitely be shown in the bottom line as well. And we are a company that we aren't running towards just dhanda karo, turnover karo. We are a very profitable company running towards high margin orders. And today, with God's grace, I'm lucky to be sitting with a brand of 65 year global presence. Whenever I exhibit in any exhibitions internationally, also, not only the customers I work with come to visit me, but also so many customers have heard the name of NHC Foods Limited. So
Okay.
definitely, I mean, if we grow to the top line, and you will definitely see a growth in the bottom line as well.
Okay. So I think now, without putting a number, sir, I just want to understand. We are already in the month of October. FY25 हो चुका है शुरुआत. मुझे बताइए सर कि without again putting a number, which is against compliance, so we will not ask you the number. But in a very narrative way, what is the signals you are getting on the ground from your customers? Because are they showing stronger growth as compared to last year? And can we expect that compared to last year, इस साल भी numbers थोड़े से अच्छे ही आएंगे for FY25?
Definitely, Avinash ji. We overall we're looking at a very positive outlook. As you can see, our June ending quarter has been very successful compared to what it was the whole entire year last year, and only because of the hard work that my team and me has put in marketing, in sales, in exhibiting globally. So this year we have been. Last year we had been very aggressive, and hence we're seeing a very good result this year. And hence you can see in that June quarter number. So overall, we're looking at a very positive outlook, and definitely we are growing step by step.
Okay. No, I think nice to hear that, Aparji. Now, Aparji, tell me one thing. Is there some seasonality factor in our business? Like, is the second half better than the first half? Or first half दूसरे half से better होता है? yeah, all the 12 months are more or less evenly spread out because you operate in the domestic export market in a very big way. So is there any
Correct.
seasonality in our business?
Usually, the fourth quarter and the first quarter are the most busy for us because the fourth quarter and the first quarter are the time where most of the spices and agri commodities are harvested. And when they're harvested, majority of the importers would like to buy fresh harvested spices at that time because at that time also price intervals are fairly lower compared to the second and third quarter. So usually the fourth and first quarter are the important quarters for us.
Okay, understood. Fine. Now, coming to your fundraising plans, I was just seeing your presentation that company plans to raise some capital from the market. Aparji, if you can tell us what is the amount we are planning to raise and what is the money going to be used for? If you could please share the details.
So right now we are in the process of a right issue. The main agenda of the right issue is to increase our working capital. We have many things lined up at the moment in terms of new product development, new product placement. Also, the working capital will also the fundraise will also help us to reduce our loan exposure, debt exposure, which eventually will impact the bottom line as well. So, couple of things have been planned in terms of new product development, new markets to cater to. So, a lot of things are planned. So, hope to see that in the next coming results.
Okay. No, I think nice to know that. Last question now, Aparji, which is very important. We want to understand, sir, you have been in this market for a very long time. Your grandfather started this company. Apart from COVID, what is the main risk in our business? हमारे धंधे में सबसे बड़ा risk क्या है? Is it execution? Is it the raw material procurement? Is it quality? सर, इसका आप चलो समरी में हमको बताइए कि ये धंधे में अगर बहुत प्रॉफिटेबल रहना है, बंदा आगे बढ़ाना है, तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट रिस्क कौन सा है और वो आपने कैसे मैनेज किया?
Sir, आपको मालूम है the biggest risk currently our industry, I think it's very transparent that everyone knows is the price volatility. तो price volatility काफी होता है. But sir, मेरा थोड़ा फंडा अलग है. I would like to think of a risk as a reward also. The reason why I think as a reward is sir, we are right now having a very big supplier base, farmer base. हम सप्लायर से ऑलमोस्ट 30-35 साल से जुड़े हैं कि मार्केट ऊपर जाए नीचे जाए वॉट एवर द प्राइस अनसर्टेनिटी इज वी आर ऑलवेज कमिटेड आर डिलीवरी कि हमें हमें मैंने जो प्राइस में माल खरीदा है वही प्राइस में मुझे मेरे रॉ मटेरियल्स मिल जाएगा एंड ऑल्सो टू मिटिगेट द रिस्क सर व्हेन देयर इज अ वोलेटाइल मार्केट यू विल डेफिनेटली have an innovative opportunity to focus more on value addition, value based products which can mitigate the risk. We can offer more premium offering also sir. Definitely when I talk about risk I always think about reward sir. Risk के साथ reward जुड़ा साथ में रहता ही है.
नहीं नहीं ठीक है तो आई थिंक दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड वाज वेरी नाइस टू हियर फ्रॉम यू तो अपार जी थैंक यू वेरी मच सर बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करने से और वी कुड अंडरस्टैंड योर कंपनीज ऑपरेशंस आल्सो इन अ मच बेटर वे so please accept my best wishes to you your entire management team and sir best wishes for your rights issue also thank you very much
Thank you so much Ashish ji. It's wonderful and pleasure speaking to you as well.